When you live above the clouds, when you live in a penthouse or a mansion and you walk out to this every single day, you pretty much make your money back. You're like, one, I gotta make rent. This shit ain't free.
100%.
Two, you look out every day and you realize what I think is most important in life is perspective. You're like, hey, I'm nobody.
Yeah.
This is the world. All right, today we're at Evan's spot. He lives in a beautiful spot up here in the mountains of Medellin. And Evan is a business owner. He runs a video agency. He helps with video, post-production, strategies around video. Dude,
yo,
what's up, bro?
What's up, brother?
It's always amazing seeing your spot.
Welcome to the spot, dude. Welcome back. What's up, bro?
Good to see you.
How you doing?
Let's go. You ready to make some content?
Let's go, man. Content
We got
day.
Carlos behind the cameras today.
He's killing it as always, dude.
Content genius over there.
Let's go. It's crazy. Like sometimes it'll go to like $300, $400 per meeting and then bounce right back. And now we're back at like $100 per meeting.
Yeah. Well, video editing is in demand right now. Like I kid
100%.
you not. I also run a video editing agency. We call it a post-production house now.
Yeah.
And we are like waitlisting our prospects for a month. And they're like, hey, sign me up. We need an editor. I've been trying to hire two additional in-house editors at ACRE partner.
Yeah.
And we've been screening applicants for the last like 2-3 months.
Yeah.
And December was tough because
100%.
especially the overseas staff in the Philippines, they take Christmas pretty seriously out there.
Yeah.
And they're like not trying to interview, not trying to work.
Nah.
I even had like a few clients bust my balls because they're like, where are our edits? I'm like, dude, they're gone.
Yeah.
I can't do anything right now.
100%, dude. December, we were talking about this. Like we had all this content that we wanted to edit, and the guys with editing agencies, we had an editing bottleneck. That's usually like our value prop against other people.
I had to give my editors to my clients that I was trying to have edit my stuff. And I'm like,
dude.
all right, clients come first.
Yeah. So how's it going now? Like, have you guys found some more editors? How's that?
Yeah, we just hired a full-time recruiter that's based in Latin America, just to kind of get more people in Latin America and like in this time zone, because that I think helps as well. For sure. Trying to build a cultural hub here because it's a different pace, I think. For sure. And you find more entrepreneurial individuals out here on this side. From what I've experienced, nothing against the Philippines culture, but they're a little bit more like submissive. And they're like, yes, sir, do that. They don't take as much initiative, and that takes a lot of time to actually develop within people. 100%.
And especially for creative roles like design, video editing, you need that person that can look at the video, the raw, and then put their magic on it.
Yeah.
And that's
give you good feedback and say, hey, this is how you can improve. And instead of being like, oh yeah, I don't want to offend someone, I'm like, I want you to give me constructive feedback. I want you to tell me how I could film it better. I want you to tell me to not include this bullshit when I upload.
For sure. Yeah, that's what it's all about, dude. That collaborative. But welcome, dude. I don't need to give you the tour, but
we gotta give the people watching on YouTube a tour. Let's check out the spot.
Yeah, we'll give you the tour, man. So this is the home base, man. We're like above the clouds, up high in Las Palmas, Medellin. This is like a 4-bedroom, 5-bath. We've got the pool downstairs. We've got the gym, the man cave. I'll show you guys all that, but.
Yeah, let's do a quick tour. Let's do a 5-minute speed tour.
Yeah, we'll start off by, this is the view, man. This is kind of like the best part of the house, honestly.
Yeah, one thing about views, and I've learned this over time, is you get inspired. Yeah. When you live above the clouds, when you live in a penthouse or a mansion, and you walk out to this every single day, you pretty much make your money back, because you're like, one, I gotta make rent, I gotta hustle, this shit ain't free. 100%. Two, you look out every day and you realize what I think is most important in life is perspective. You're like, hey, I'm nobody. Yeah. This is the world. I got so much I can do. You see all these little houses and cars driving in the distance, and you're like, each one of those people, they got a life, they're trying to build, and here I am trying to build on top of everything else.
100%, brother. Puts things into perspective, man.
Yeah.
It's like there's 4.5 million people in Medellin, dude. We're just like one person living our lives, trying to do the best.
We're pretty successful, relative to the average person here. The average person here is making what, like $2-3 an hour.
Yeah, it's like $350 a month is the minimum wage here.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
So for those who are watching, you know, even McDonald's, you're doing quite well. Not to say you can't be doing even better, but like it's humbling to know that you already have such a leg up on so many people that are in these third world countries that were born into poverty, that, you know, they're trying, you know, they're learning English, they're learning how to design, code, do business.
Yeah.
And they're busting their ass to make 1,000 a month.
Yeah.
And here you are, you can make 1,000 a month. I know it doesn't go as far in the US, but to get humbled, to like that's why I do enjoy, you know, driving out to the outskirts here and there, or taking a day trip.
For sure.
And just being around, you know, the other part of the city, which is in this extravagant, like top 1% lifestyle of Medellin.
100%.
To just get that humility in.
Yeah, dude, definitely, man. And that's why they call it the American dream, right? There's so many people that are just kind of stuck here living that life, and like the United States, there's so much opportunity there. Yeah. Especially now with all the information that you can get on YouTube and just that source of knowledge where you don't need to go to college anymore.
And the beauty of it now is the playing field has been leveled. So if you're in another country, you know, there's 3 skills that I would recommend everyone acquire. One is learn English. Why? There's a lot of money to be made from US-based businesses, and if you can't hold a conversation and do business in English, you put yourself at a disadvantage. You now only got, you know, if you're in Latin America, you only got Brazil and these cities that are like, you know, the capital cities of Latin America. But even then, like a company in Brazil, they might have millions of dollars, but they're used to paying their staff a third, a fourth. Maybe at best half of what you could be making if you work with US-based businesses. For sure. And that's something that we want to teach on this channel, is like how, as an entrepreneur, no matter where you're at, you can get more business from these high-performing businesses out in the US, or even businesses you can help. There's a lot of businesses that are stuck behind the times, but with Google, you can learn anything. With YouTube University, you can learn it all. And now you have AI. There's no excuse. AI can teach you better than probably 90% of teachers you can hire, and you can learn at your own pace, as long as you're willing to lean in and ask questions and learn. Like if you don't know where to start, ask, hey, I want to be an email marketer. How do I get started? And it's going to send you to the right resources. It's going to create a training framework for you. Hey, you know, I want to learn how to do it. Where can I start? Can you give me an outline of, in the next 6 months, like this is a prompt you can use. In the next 6 months, I want to get 10 clients for email marketing. Help me start. And it's going to give you concepts. And the better questions you can ask, the better the plan it's going to provide. It's going to, hey, give me like a week to week like outline of what I could be doing to build a foundation for my business. And it's going to tell you, okay, pick a niche, build case studies, offer some companies some free work just to build your portfolio and build your case study. And then boom, all of a sudden you're making 10K a month.
Yeah, for sure, man. And it's crazy with like the new ChatGPT operator. You can deploy the AI to go start doing the things like prospecting and stuff, dude. Like,
but the thing is, you gotta actually take the time to learn it. So AI is not gonna put you out of a job. What's gonna put you out of a job is you not learning how to use AI. Because the people that are using AI, they have a competitive advantage over all the people that are just wanting to do things the old school way.
Oh, 100%, dude. I feel like now more than ever. At first, like I was a little scared about AI, right? Especially like in the video editing industry, just seeing all the progress and, you know, thinking like in the next year or two, like, my whole agency could be obsolete. But instead of just being scared of it, now we're just like doubling, tripling down and just trying to use it in every single way possible.
I was at the Roundtable Mastermind last night. And one of the business owners there, they're talking about how like every week they have a 2-hour session with their team on like trying to solve problems with AI. And like that's the assignment. Like, hey, we're gonna solve for one big bottleneck, one business situation and workflow with AI. How are we using AI? And then there's some people taking charge, and then the people that might not be as informed or aware of what they could do are like learning. And so you have to build that culture where you encourage them to use AI and you reward them as well. And I literally tell them, you learn how to use AI, you know, instead of me hiring a manager, have AI manage you, have AI give you feedback on how you can improve. And
100%, dude.
And obviously, you know, I'm there to lead and provide them the platform and the budget and the time, the resources to develop that. And so if you can lean into that, I think, as a small business, you're going to be able to give yourself an unfair advantage.
100%. We're hiring a video editing training manager right now, and their sole role is one, creating different training material for the team so they can all be on the same level. But also the second half of that is just like diving in and just being on the pulse of the AI industry. When it comes to content creation and editing, and just any single new thing that comes out, anything out there, testing it, seeing how we can implement it into our systems to make as efficient as possible.
There's this one cool program I gotta show you. It's called Poppy.ai. Have you been using it
I've
yet?
seen that. I haven't used it yet.
Okay. Well, I got a referral code, and I actually know the director of partnerships.
Really?
So if you think it's a good tool for you, then you can even get your clients on it, and you can make money on reselling Go High Level. You can get them on it, and you'll get like 20% lifetime on their subscription.
Oh, so sick.
Before trying to get you guys our referral link, I want to really show you like what it's all about.
100%.
What I love most about it is you can copy the links to YouTube videos and Reels on Instagram, and it's going to actually transcribe the whole video, and then you can ask it questions about the video without having to transcribe it yourself through other means.
Sick. And then I've seen people like using that, taking all that transcripts of say viral YouTube videos, and then using all that information to help create your own scripts and stuff like that. So that sounds sick. We should
let's get the rest of the tour. What else we got?
This is the kitchen. Got a full-time chef. She's here 6 days out of the week. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Super nice because cooking takes time, man. Cooking and cleaning takes time. It's like, that's something that if you can outsource that, if you can automate that, whatever it is, whether it's like meal delivery, meal prep, chef, it's a game changer.
And then what's this room all about?
This is just like the chill room, right? We have the poker nights here. This is where, every 3 weeks or so, we'll have poker nights, just invite a bunch of people over. That's the nice thing about this house, man, is like, it's great for hosting people, right? So it's not only is it super inspiring, but we've had a couple masterminds here, right? Where we have masterminds with other agency owners.
The Big Dogs Brunch.
The Big Dogs Brunch, dude, right?
Yeah, those are amazing.
Bunch of other guys just like in the agency space, like you have to be doing over 50K a month. Most guys are in there doing over 100K a month plus. You're the biggest dog in there.
We're trying.
You're the big dog. But it's great, man. I love having people over, and I've actually gotten a client from it too. This guy, he was looking for a place to do a podcast, and they came over and just set up shop here. They had a couple videographers. They did a podcast here. And I met the guy that he was interviewing, this guy from Miami, and he ended up becoming a client of ours. Right? So
that's the best part about having a dope spot. Is you can host, and then you can use it as a lead magnet for getting prospects and business, because they're like,
100%.
Oh, you obviously know what you're doing. You can't be living in this house if your fucking client's over. So what do you do exactly?
100%.
And it's so cool, and that's the thing about wealth and being flashy. I don't think you're flashy with your wealth and your lifestyle. You could be way more, but in Medellin, it's kind of dangerous. You're driving around in Lambo.
This isn't a Rolex, I'll tell you that much. I'm not going to be walking around with a Rolex or anything flashy. Not worth it.
But when it comes to the internet gurus and influencers, there's two types, right? There's the ones that they have the nice Lambos and they have the nice houses because that's just who they are, and there's the other ones that are fronting. And so you just have to figure out, is this person literally spending his entire wealth on fronting, or 100%. Is this person actually successful? So my question to you is, how do you qualify someone for being actually legit? There's so many businesses that are like, oh, we're doing this, we're doing that. But what is if you had tips for people that are, maybe they're entrepreneurs that are, still aspiring and building. And they haven't had their first break in. I know you and I, it took a minute for us to have our first 10K month. All right, so for you, how do you qualify if someone's legit?
It's really hard to do, especially if you can't meet them or see them in person. I feel like in person, you can kind of use your intuition and
look them in the eye.
You can look them in the eyes. You get a feel for somebody, right? Online, if somebody's just fronting and flexing online, it's a lot harder. I always, before I'd invest in like high ticket coaching or invest in like a lot of programs, I'll do my due diligence, right? Not only is that going through their like testimonials and reviews, but if it's really high ticket, like I'll ask for references as well, you know, because that's important, man. I was looking at this, I was looking into hiring this like media buying. They're actually a big agency. And I went and I looked on their Trustpilot and 5 stars.
Are good.
Bro, they're all botted. It's all fake.
Yeah.
It's so easy to tell.
How do you tell a fake review though?
Dude, because like December 11th, there was like 8 reviews and they're all just like the same, like no real personality, just like just talking it all up. Yeah, just super ChatGPT. It's like they didn't even try to make it sound authentic.
Yeah.
So even like you can't just like take things for face value, right? You got to like dive in there a little bit.
Yeah.
100%.
The way I've done it, and this is both with hiring and with like talking to vendors, is asking for case studies and then asking for like their process. Like, show me behind the scenes. Show me how you do it.
Yeah.
And if they're legitimate, they actually have no issue showing you because they know that it's not how it's done, right? It's if you are qualified to work with them, it's just showing that they are capable and competent. They know that if you're a qualified client, you don't want to do it yourself, right?
100%.
Like no one's trying to, like as a business owner, I am savvy. I know how to do things, but I don't want to do email marketing. I don't want to do media buying. I don't want to do, you know, Facebook chat conversations. I want to hire that out.
100%.
And if someone has a great process, a great solution, a back end which they can show me that they're not just bullshitting me, it's not just like one fucking text thread that they have with their team member, but they have a full built out Slack, they have systems on Monday or ClickUp,
for sure.
They have custom workflows, they have automations, then I know they're not fucking around.
100%, dude. That's why Hermosi says just give it all away, right? It's like, and I think that's a good thing for content creation, right? And just give as much value as possible, show the behind the scenes. If somebody wants to go and build it out and spend the tens of thousands of hours that it takes to like build the systems and get all the knowledge to do that, then go for it. They're probably not a good client anyways.
Yeah, exactly. You actually did an episode behind the scenes of your video marketing agency. So we're gonna link that in the description.
Thank you.
But that's gonna be for those who want to build a video marketing agency. I know you don't offer consulting or coaching on how to build one. Maybe one day. But like he gives so much away in that episode. You got to check it out.
Yeah. Thank you, man. That's what it's all about, right? It's like give it away. Give the value, and like at some point or another, it'll come back to us. Yeah,
the people that have the money that are qualified as clients are gonna wanna spend money with you when you are that type of person that just gives the value.
100%, dude. This is the chill spot, dude. Got the little fireplace, the hookah going on. Yeah, we honestly like, we don't spend the most, we spend a decent amount of time in here for eating and stuff, but we're pretty locked in. So like, this is my office over here. This is where the magic happens. This is where, just pretty locked in, man. It's nice being inspired. Looks like I've got to let this person out. Yeah, this is where it all goes out, man. I've got like little birds that'll come in that tree over there. So it's nice, man. It's super peaceful.
I love it.
This is, don't tell my roommates this, but this is the best side of the house because there's a little construction going on over on the other side. So I don't hear any of that.
And he's like, I'll take the small room.
Yeah. Don't worry, guys. I'll take this room.
This is Jack's office?
This is Brandon's office.
Brandon's office. Oh, wasn't Jax here though?
Jax was here before,
Oh, he's locked in.
Brandon's working on some super top secret projects right now. Can't say much about it. They're in stealth right now, but they're working on some really cool like AI software projects. Yeah, that's what it's all about, man. Just surrounding ourselves with other people that are doing it. We're
gonna get a pump in today? Did you already get one in?
I got a pump in, man. That's another thing. We've got the trainers coming 4 days out of the week, working it out. Let's go. Look at this guy.
Ain't nothing to it.
Look at this guy, dude.
It's been a minute.
The golden dragon.
I'm gonna do it till I can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
That's a proper workout.
Work it, dude. The gym's like, doesn't have everything, but you get a pretty solid workout. We've been doing a lot of functional workouts. I'm getting old, dude. So
you have a trainer come in here?
Yeah, 2 trainers come 4 times out of the week, and they just train us. We don't have to think about anything. They'll just like have all the workouts all ready to go. They'll be pushing us. I get such a better workout when I train with a trainer rather than training alone. They'll call me like a bitch, right straight up. They're like, what are you doing, dude? Like, come on, you can do this. Yeah. No pesa, no pesa.
I love it.
Yeah, man, it's good. It's got like everything we need.
Yeah, solid gym.
I don't leave this place too much, honestly. It's like, got the food, got the gym.
You're locked in, because I think that's something that there's a lot of people, living a digital nomad lifestyle.
Yeah.
But they're so busy exploring and experiencing,
yeah.
They're not actually getting ahead in their business.
Yeah.
And obviously you can work smart, but there's definitely a difference between, hey, are you locked in and are you trying to build something that's gonna 2x, 10x this year, or are you just trying to treat it like a lifestyle business?
100%.
And make a 20% growth, happen in a year.
100%. And honestly, that's how I was for the first few years, right? I've been at it for like 8 years, working for myself.
Mr. Brazil,
Yeah, dude, Mr. Brazil, dude. I was like living in Brazil, making like $2,500 a month, working 5 hours out of the week and just living like a king.
Yeah.
And that was dope for a little bit.
At some point you grow up and you're like, hey, I want to create a real nest egg. I want to create something that I could retire on.
For sure. Yeah, bro. I'm like 34. I'm thinking about having a family and like getting married, and like you need to lock in for that. That's like what I kind of have my sights set on.
Yeah.
Solid.
So Evan, when it comes to scaling up businesses, you've gone from being a solo dude, running an agency, to now having, how big is your team?
25 people.
25 people.
Yeah.
So what do you think it takes to scale up a team? Like, what do you need in place? What are like the 3 foundational pieces to be able to build a bigger business?
I think the first one and the most important one is it's breaking through that barrier that you are gonna do like everything the best, and it's kind of putting that trust in somebody else. That was the hardest step, right? Is hiring that first person, because our businesses are our babies, right? And sometimes it's hard to trust other people that they're gonna come in and do the right job. But in order to set them up, having the right SOPs in place, so making sure that you're onboarding them correctly, that you can very clearly like specify their role, in realizing that you're probably not gonna find somebody that can do a ton of different roles. So kind of breaking it up very specifically. In our business, there's video editors, project managers, director of customer success, appointment setters, digital marketing managers, like assistants, designers, doing very specific things. Mm-hmm. And then, onboarding them correctly, right? Going on just making Loom videos. Loom has a really sick, like, AI integration now where you can make the Loom video and then it'll go and make an SOP for you.
Dang, that's amazing.
Which is sick. Yeah.
One thing that I think you did really well is like you found a great way to generate leads, because if you can't fill your business up with opportunity, how do you expect to provide opportunity for others? So you were able to crack the code on ads, you were able to get SEO'd as #1 for white label video editing agency. So #1 for white label video editing agency, and you get a good amount of lead flow from that. What do you need to solve for lead flow? Like, how did you even achieve that?
Yeah, man, that's the most important part, right? Without the lead flow, sales is the most important part of any business, right? So it's like you figure out the sales and then you can figure out all the other things. A lot of people will go and they'll try to just hire the right team and build the best website and systems and stuff. Our website sucks, but it still got us to we did almost $1 million last year.
Amazing.
Yeah. So.
And what's like one more pillar of being able to build up and scale up from solo to close to $1 million a year?
Like we said, the team is super important. The systems, the SOPs, making sure everybody has super defined roles. And then 2 is like finding your positioning in the market. So when we first started, we were a video editing agency for everybody, and we weren't getting very much traction. And then we had a client that was an agency, and we were crushing it for them. So I decided to niche down and be a white label video editing agency, started marketing towards that, and then that's when we were kind of growing like that. And then that's when the exponential growth started, because we niched down and became very specific with who our target audience was and what is the value that we're offering them.
I love that.
Yeah.
And then the final pillar is the sales, right?
And then the final pillar is the sales. Yeah. It's like founders are gonna be in the sales mostly for the first, I'm still in sales, honestly. That's something I wanna get out of, but I can close.
Yeah. For the first like couple, 10, 20, 50K a month, no one's gonna be able to close as well as the founder. And so
For sure.
you gotta lock in on sales. And sales is like a skill that once you hone in, it's gonna benefit you for the rest of your life. So that's why I invested in sales coaching last year.
Yeah.
I've been investing in sales coaching for the last 10 years, but like last year I really got a really big leg up, I felt like, in my sales process. I coached with Josh Lyons, who was able to triple Alex Hermosi's gym launch sales production and team, right?
Yeah.
And like I learned some pretty great concepts there. My favorite concept that I learned was you gotta seek relevance, not significance. It's cool to be able to say you've done this and you've done this, which is very significant, right? Hey, I worked with this big person. I've accomplished these results. That's definitely part of the process. But more importantly, especially when it comes to being able to serve someone at a high level, it's relevance. Like, how does the product that you have relate to their business situation?
True.
Because if you can't relate it to how they're going to benefit, it doesn't matter what you've done. If you can't truly understand what their current situation is and what their ideal situation is, and how you can help them make that transformation.
That makes sense. I'm curious, like, what are some other things that you've learned, taken away from that sales?
I'm gonna have to charge you guys for this one.
Drop on the sauce.
Yeah. So another one is like, as simple as it sounds, it's just getting reinforced more that you need to ask a lot of questions. And it's not just asking a lot of questions, but always digging deeper to find the real reason behind someone's motivations. You might meet someone, they're like, I'm trying to make a lot of money. That's a very surface level reason for most people. They want to make a lot of money because they want time freedom, they want financial independence, they want to spend more time with their family, their kids, their girlfriend, their loved ones.
Yeah.
They want to be able to give back to their church. They want to be able to, build out, like a company that can grow without them. That's why they want money. The money is the surface level, and then you have to dig deeper. Okay, so if you were to make $500,000 this year more, what would that do for you? What would you use that money on? How would that benefit you? Right, and being able to ask these level 2 questions is how you really get to the bottom of why would this solution even make sense, right? Like, why does what I have as a product and service, how does that benefit you? Like, how does that actually get you what you want, rather than just more money? More money is just, like, everyone's trying to sell more money. But when you can understand someone's why and what's driving them beyond just the surface level answer, that's when you're able to close a deal. That's when you're able to best serve them.
Yeah. Peeling back the onion. This is the
no car, no Lambo.
Dude. Funny enough, that's actually my motorcycle, but it doesn't work. My buddy was like, dude, do you want a motorcycle? Like, me and my wife are leaving. Like, you can just have it. Like, here's the papers, here's the key, here's some helmets. I'm like, oh, sick, I got a motorcycle. So I go and I go on, and first it was like, it took a little while to start. I'm like, oh, it's a little sketchy. And then next thing you know, I take it out onto the streets, and like, I took it out during traffic in Medellin, which is absolutely crazy. And it just starts stalling on me like crazy. And I stalled like 3 times in the middle of traffic, and I just realized that like it's not worth it at all to ride some like shitty free bike in Medellin. It's not worth it. Risk reward there.
Your life's worth a little bit more than that.
100%. This is a spot during New Year's. The neighbors were ripping off fireworks from there, dude. This is like the best place for New Year's, and also the 30th of November, because the whole city just lights up with fireworks.
Yeah, that was really nice.
Yeah. Was that your second time seeing that?
I don't know. Where did I spend New Year's last year? I spent it in Bogota. So this was my first year actually seeing it in Medellin. Yeah. Actually being able to enjoy the cityscape and watch it from up here.
Dude, sick.
Yeah. Well, that's the tour of Casa de Evan out here in beautiful Medellin. For those who want to learn a little bit more about you, how can they keep in touch?
I'm Going hard on YouTube this year as well. It's Evan-Cassidy with 2 Y's, or Instagram at Evan Brooks Cass. And yeah, man, I'm sure we'll be doing some more videos together. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, if you liked this episode, let us know what more content you'd like to see. We're gonna be doing more behind the scenes of what it's like to scale up as a digital nomad, as an agency owner out in Medellin, Colombia, one of the best places to work remotely.